let us begin without wasting much time now. Now, they are telling you they began the chapter. Shanko, who stays in Guwahati, and Sam is going to Kerala with his parents during the summer vacation. He is excited. He wants to know where Kerala is situated and how far it is from his hometown. Are there any rivers like the mighty Brahmaputra which flows through his city? How can he get answers to these questions without going there? Well, the solution is a map. Now, when you plan to go to any place, you are not aware about the position of that particular place. So, how do you come to know about it? It is through maps. Now, supposing Shanko is living somewhere in where the Brahmaputra flows, that means he's living in somewhere here, this area. Okay, Brahmaputra river flows in Assam. So, I mean, the areas in the eastern side, northeastern side. So he's living somewhere here, and he wants to go to Kerala. Let me show you in a political map. See, he lives maybe in Arunachal, or in Assam, or in Meghalaya. So from here, he wants to know if he wants to go to Kerala, how much distance is he going to cover, and what is the route, what is the type. So all this he wants to know. So how can he know? By seeing the maps. Okay. See how far he has to cover and travel. From Assam, he'll go all the way across this area, Kerala. Clear? So we come to know only through the basic instructions like such as maps. Now, relative advantages of globes and maps. So, in this, we'll come to know what are globes, what are maps, and what are the differences, which is better over the other. So, let us see. Now, first, in the first paragraph, they talk about a map. A map is a representation of a part or whole of the Earth's surface drawn according to a scale on a plain sheet of paper, cloth, or wood. It gives an overall bird's eye view of an area. So now they are telling you that map is a representation of the earth. Now you cannot take the whole earth and see it. For that you have to go to the moon and take pictures, and then you will see the earth. Only a part of it will be visible. Now in a classroom it is not possible to make you all visualize what actually the place is. So maps are very helpful. They help you draw a part of the earth in detail and tell you about it. By measuring scales, it is used. So now can you see C1 written here? Go to the questions. Question C1 is given on the last where the questions are given. Come to C. What is a map? Now mark the answer. A map is representation of a part or whole of the Earth's surface drawn according to scale on a plain sheet of paper, cloth, or wood. This is your C1 answer. Marked. Moving further. In chapter 2, we have learnt about globes. Globes are true representation of the spherical Earth in the form of a model. But if we look at a globe, you can see that you cannot view the entire Earth at a time until you rotate the globe. So maps were devised to study the Earth and to learn about the various features present on the surface of the Earth. Now children, see, this is a map. Now, if supposing I want to see India, this is small and it doesn't have much details as the map has. See, map is more visual, more visibly correct, and you can see it correctly. So they are telling you what a globe is. Globe is a manual representation. Actual, it is not like this, but the whole earth cannot be drawn for children to visualize. So a small little globe is drawn so that the people know what a globe is. So they make it's a man-made model of the earth. It is spherical in shape, and you all must have seen a globe. So in the globe you see the entire country, all the countries. If you rotate the globe, you'll see all the countries with lesser details. You will not see the many details on it, but yes, a few important details could be seen. Now come to question C2. C2 is, just go through the question C2 and see what the question is. Define globe. Answer, mark it here. Globes are true representation of the spherical earth in the form of a model. This is your C2. Mark. Now coming on to the other
Yes,
thing. Did you know? Now did you know is telling you about two terms, cartography and cartographer. Now, cartography is the art of and science of drawing maps. It is the technique of map making. A cartographer is a geographer who draws the maps with the help of mathematical calculations and sophisticated computer equipment. So now, basically, in this small little paragraph, we come to know about two terms called cartography and cartographer. Cartography is the art of drawing the maps accurately with proper measurements. Now, the person who does all this is called a cartographer. So, drawing of maps accurately is called cartography, and the person who does this accurately, who draws maps according to the scale with mathematical calculations and computerized technology used, is called a cartographer. So please see the third question, C3. Who is a cartographer? Mark the answer here. A cartographer is a geographer who draws the maps with the help of mathematical calculations and sophisticated computer equipment. Mark till here. Now, in this paragraph, we come to comparative advantages of a globe and map. Now, we'll read one jotter each and see how globes, what globes are and how they are different from maps. So, now, jotter, true spherical model of the Earth. Now, globe is a spherical, the circular representation of the Earth, whereas map, representation of part of the whole or the whole Earth on a flat surface. Now you can have a part of a map drawn on a map, the part of a country drawn on a map, or you can have the whole world drawn on a map. Like supposing this is the map of India. Now, in a globe, you cannot just draw one single map. Why? Because one single map, India इतनी बड़ी है तो इतनी बड़ी आप कभी भी दिखाओगे. Compared to all the other countries, can you see the size of South Africa? It is huge as compared to India. So on a map, you can draw one country at a time in elaborate details. See here, elaborate details are drawn. A second jotter cannot be made for a part of the earth. That means every time you're drawing a globe, you cannot just make one part of the earth. Now, on a map, can represent any part of the earth. Any part of the earth you can have. You can have India's map, you can have Pakistan's map, any other country's map in detail, one at a time. You can also have a world map. That means all the places of the world are put together on a single flat surface. Number third jotter cannot show the details of any particular area. Now here you can see it cannot give you all the details. It cannot. Whereas on a flat surface like map, it can show you any area in detail, all geographical and man-made features accurately. It can show you the geographical features, the man-made boundaries, any detail. It can be shown easily on map because maps deal the full detail of any particular country or any particular place. Fourth, fourth jotter, difficult to carry from one place to another. Globes are very difficult to carry. Supposing a teacher takes up this map reading class and she says, okay, for marking places, you will have to bring a globe to school. Now, carrying a globe to school is quite bulky, but carrying maps is easy. simple to use and easy to carry anywhere from classroom to home or on a tour of the entire world. So carrying maps is much easier than carrying a globe from one place to another. Nextdoor gives a true and clear idea about the true shape and relative size of the continents and oceans. So now, globe gives you an accurate idea of how a place looks on Earth. It gives you what size it is compared to the other continents. Whereas in a map, you cannot see this comparison. You can only draw the maps on a flat surface, but the size could be still seen through the scales drawn on it. Now, as it is impossible to represent a sphere in the form of a flat sheet, the shape and size of continents and oceans are distorted when representing the entire Earth on a flat surface. Now, actually, the Earth is round. So, whatever is round, if you put it on a flat surface, the accuracy of the things get distorted. Distorted means थोड़ी बिगड़ जाती हैं. So, how to deal with it? So, to deal with it, we have to be a little more accurate. Now, coming on to the next three-dimensional representation of the Earth. Now, a globe shows the three-dimensional representation. That means it shows the length of the country, breadth of the country, and also the extent of the country or the volume of the country. Whereas in a map, you can only see two dimensions, length and breadth. Okay. Now, globe gives a general view about the entire physical and political features of the world, whereas maps, relationship between two geographical components, for example, comparison between physical features and climate can be made with the help of maps. So basically, maps are more handy, more easily available, and they are more informative. That means they give more information. So they are more useful than the others than the globe, basically. Please mark this as your E1 answer. Though we have yet not done D4 and C4 and C5, but please mark E1. Now, E1 tells you the question is differentiate map explaining their comparative advantage. So, E1, this is the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this page and 6, 7 on this page. 7 jotters they are. Okay, so 7 jotters you are supposed to write for E1. Now coming to atlas. An atlas is a book of maps. It has a collection of maps covering the entire world. The physical and political features of the world, as well as individual countries, are represented through maps. Some maps are based on themes such as climate, wildlife resources, and certain populations related features of particular countries or the entire world. So basically, they are telling you that an atlas is a collection of maps, all the maps of the entire world. They are collected, and that particular book where it has all the collection of maps is called and is referred to as atlas. The atlas could show you the country's map in a physical form or in a political form or in a theme wise way. It can tell you the map of a country in three different ways and maybe more. So basically, it deals with the physical maps, its political maps, and the thematic maps. That means theme wise, whatever the theme of a particular area I have chosen it to be. Please mark C4 answer, which tells you the question is what is an atlas? Mark the answer. An atlas is a book of maps. It has a collection of maps covering the entire world. Mark this answer as C4. Now, moving further, the first book of map collection was published by Mercator in the 16th century. It was named Atlas. Cover page had the picture of the Greek mythological giant Atlas, who is believed to support the earth on his shoulders. So now, basically, Atlas was first drawn in the 16th century. The collection of maps were first drawn, all the countries' maps were first made properly by a person called Mercator. He was the one who drew all the maps accurately, scientifically, calculating them very nicely, and then he named these maps in a collection of a book called Atlas. Why? Because he gave a cover page of the map by drawing a god, Greek god. He was a mythological Greek god. His name was Atlas, and this god was holding the earth on his shoulders. This was the cover page drawing. So once he drew this cover page, so he named it also as Atlas. Clear? Now we stop here for today. Now C4 is marked. But if you see, there is one more question, C5. And the question is, or if you come to your questions, name the three types of maps. Can you see that? C5?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to see it in your book. In your book. C5. Okay. Now the question is, name the three types of maps. Write the answer there only. The three types of maps are the three types of maps are. Can you see this? The three types of maps are number one, physical maps. Number two, political maps. Number three, thematic maps. Thematic, Thematic. Thematic. So the answer for
Ma'am,
C5
please repeat
is
the third one.
thematic maps. Thematic. Thematic maps. Did you
Thank
get
you,
it?
ma'am.
Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. So with this, we stop here. Now, your homework for today will be C1, C2, C3, C4, and C5 only. You don't have to do even, though we have marked the answer, but we will not do even just now. Okay? So, your homework for today is do the glossary and write these 5 questions in your book. Now, children, I will be sending you the recording of this particular class. This class is explanation 1. I will be sending you explanation 2 also. Now, 2 will be dealing with the other part of the question. I mean the other lesson, not the other lesson, sorry. It will be dealing with types of maps till this page. Clear? Types of maps till this page. Is it clear? Is it
Yes,
clear,
ma'am.
children? So I'll be
Yes,
sending
ma'am.
you two. I'll be sending you 2 explanations. This you have attended the class, and the next explanation 2 I will be sending you, so that you get 2 classes record and 2 classes information in one go. Is it okay with you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And supposing you